Hello, I'm Bishop Robert Byrne and I want to share this important update with you on the reopening of our churches across our diocese here in Hexham and Newcastle. Now I know that this is a time of great anxiety for many of you, and I want this video of practical and pastoral support to be of some reassurance to you and to give you some confidence to return to church or to continue with prayer in your home. Now, I have to start by saying that providing a safe space for prayer and worship is our utmost priority at this time of pandemic, both for our clergy and for our people. To make sure we achieve this by following the guidance from the Catholic Bishops' Conference and Her Majesty's Government, there is an important process to be followed that involves the safer recruitment of volunteers, a thorough risk assessment, and a deep clean before our churches can reopen. After that, the parish priest will then decide when the church will reopen and whether for individual prayer, the celebration of Mass, or both. As one body with many parts, we are working to ensure that every worshipping community has access to an open church in their area. Making sure we care for each other, our risk assessments are thorough, and the process of opening every church does take some time. If you're able to volunteer to help with the reopening process, please contact your parish priest. I know he will be very grateful. And please note, as advised by the Catholic Bishops' Conference, for the time being, there is no Sunday obligation. There are, however, a number of ways in which you can pray at home whilst you patiently wait for your church to reopen. Prayer resources for those who remain at home can be found on our diocesan website. Now, as a diocesan family, we are feeling deeply the temporary loss of our places of worship and not being able to receive the sacraments, especially the Mass. As so many in our communities remain at home, how we belong to the church at this time is a little bit different. Whether you're attending a reopened church for prayer or continuing to pray at home, it's important that we remain one community, united in prayer with our Lord. Don't forget, he is always with us and still calls us to be his disciples. Now, it's also important to remind ourselves at this time about what it means to be a part of the universal church. Around the world, there are Catholics in all kinds of places of persecution or in refugee camps where it's impossible for them to gather as a church with a priest. Now, we never think them to be outside the church, because Jesus teaches us, blessed are those who are persecuted, blessed are the poor in spirit. It moves us when we remember these brothers and sisters of ours in our prayers were still with us, but divided from us. And don't forget, in our own country, for over 200 years, Catholics were unable to go to Mass for fear of being arrested. Nonetheless, it doesn't mean there were less Catholic. Right now, in the midst of our global pandemic, we must adapt. We embrace this new normal, as we say, but seeking always God's kingdom and exploring new ways to love the Lord. Now, thank you for your continued patience during this difficult time. Over the coming weeks, we will be releasing reflections from our priests of the impact of the lockdown on their lives, and we will continue to share prayer resources online. And please, be assured of my prayers and my support and a blessing for you all.